On this day, we see parrotfish and a yellow stingray. Some of the students were apprehensive about the water a couple of days ago. Now they all snorkel like seasoned pros.
They come down here and get into the ocean, and in 3 or 4 days, they're free diving down to 15 or 20 feet. They're totally at ease, and they look like they've been doing it for years.
Part of what makes Turtle Hole so special are the unique rock arches and formations that the teens snorkel through. The beauty of the Bahamas is on full display here at the hole. The air is warm, the water, while salty, is cool and refreshing. After several hours in the water, the teens and their teachers drag themselves onto the beach and exchange stories about what they saw in the sea.
The big barracuda who stood there with his mouth wide open.
And the students know that the long, humid hike out is still ahead.
I hated the hike in, I'll hate the hike out.
And so the journey ends.
Oh, man.
The way it began.
I want to go home.
Turtle Hole and other island locations are more than just landmarks to native Bahamians. They're actually pieces of living history. Bahamians are very proud of their history and heritage, and they're eager to share it with those willing to listen.
Life on Eleuthera has its own intoxicating rhythm. Bahamian life is a rich mixture of pulsating passion and the serenity that comes with living on an island paradise. The Bahamas is a young nation, gaining independence from Britain only 25 years ago. Like many emerging democracies, the nation has its share of incredible, sometimes overwhelming poverty. But if the island's people are poor economically, they're rich in spirit.
We just live one to one. One to one. One for one and one for all. That's how we live here in the Bahamas.
Pink and white conch shells have been the unofficial symbol of the Bahamas for centuries.
Yeah, the one blow, the one party, the one everybody. Uh-huh.
The way it's most often enjoyed is in a conch salad.
It's been here from my father, your father, and all the others. It's like a product that, you know, you eat it, satisfies the nature of your body, you know, and everybody enjoys it.
And the conch chefs have as much flavor as the salad.
Need some conch in my place, because I got no conch here to make a big disgrace. Yeah.
There's not much farming to speak of.
Can I open this, Blanche?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the limited fresh fruit and vegetables available fetch a high price.
They $5, them big ones.
Blanche makes her living at this small stand, and when she's not peddling papaya, she ponders life in the endless waves. Part of the week's study is a hands-on look at Bahamian history.
This is not just all water, there's an island here too, so it is important to learn about the history in the island.
Each village has several churches and several religions. Faith is a word you hear over and over. The other word used frequently is pride.
When I think of my country, I think of pride, you know, coming from far down, like poverty, coming way up to supporting ourselves and our whole country.
Terry's lived on the island his whole life, and he gladly shares island traditions with his new friends.
Rule number 1, keep your fingers out of the way.
Today's lesson is how to cut a coconut. Terry uses a cutlass. It's the tool of choice on the island, used on everything from heavy brush to dangerous animals to, yes, coconuts. The teens even get to taste the fresh coconut. Another island tradition that the students try is traditional hair braiding. And even with flying fingers, it can take an hour to do one head of hair. And hours can be lost watching the surf pound the white limestone cliffs on the Atlantic side of Eleuthera.
You can get an idea of how this island was formed.
The rugged beauty is relaxing and overwhelming.
You really get to feel the Bahamas, because you can look at all the fish you want and you're going to say, ooh, really cool.
But when you come in here and you can see what's really happens on the island, it makes the whole effect.
An effect that echoes in your soul long after you leave the island.
5 years now?
This is where Jim Jordan's soul is at ease. The soft, warm beaches of Eleuthera are a long way from the Wapaka neighborhood Jordan used to live in. Just off his porch lies one of the most vibrant coral reefs in the world.
Water is predominantly clear. The reef is very close to shore, almost the entire length of the island. We don't need a boat to get out there. And we've got some of the most spectacular coral formations you'll see anywhere right out in front here.
In 1992, Jordan decided to leave life in the States behind and begin the Institute of Marine Biology here on the island. This was an empty lot filled only with the dreams of Jordan. Now, 7 years later, the Institute hosts more than 250 students a summer, nurturing a love of marine biology.
We have kids from 5 years ago that send us a note how thankful they are that they had the program to go to, how glad they were that we showed them the environment that we have here, and they have gone on to study marine science in some way, shape, or form.
And the students on our trip echoed that sentiment.
That's so different from home, something different and new and stuff you've never seen before.
Jordan says it's that look of wonder in kids' eyes.
Bite down on those pieces and keep their lips right around.
That sense of awe when they first feel the ocean, that keeps him going.
I'm very proud of what we've accomplished here, and we still have more to do.
Jim Jordan does know the importance of reaching out to students and connecting with them on their level, nurturing a genuine love and respect for nature. And students, they know that the unique beauty of the island makes this a learning environment they may never again encounter.
This is my island in the sun.
The Island in the Sun gives high schoolers a classroom unlike any other they'll ever learn in again.
You can actually see everything, you know, like without looking in a book, and all the physical features are like right in front of you. You can actually see it for yourself.
You learn so much about things that you wouldn't learn, you know, when you're sitting in a classroom, I think.
When the ocean is your classroom, the lessons take on new meaning.
It's so clear. It's just, you can see everything, all the colors, and it's like it's not murky or anything like that.
But I mean when you're on here.
And teachers like Keith Young of Marinette say 1 week of learning in the Bahamas is like 1 year in the classroom.
They get to see what they actually learn in the classroom. It's a hands-on experience that seems to really reward them. And they say, oh, that's what you were talking about. That's the excitement of it.
What's this?
You definitely learn better doing it hands-on than if you would in a book.
It's been a busy week.
We waded in, the current took you right there.
Snorkeling, hiking, sightseeing. These are the things students will remember.
I think there's a lot more stuff to the Bahamas, you know, than just the water, and you finally get to see that.
The island is primitive, but friendly, distant, but cozy.
It's really cool, and I'm really glad I got a chance to come down here and see it.
The surf and sand of the Bahamas are hard to duplicate. Even harder to copy are the lessons learned right here on the island. They're things that just can't be taught in the classroom. Since 1992, when the Institute of Marine Biology opened, more than 2,000 high schoolers have snorkeled and hiked and learned here. And as the summer continues, so will the lessons being learned on Eleuthera. I'm John Mercier. Thanks for watching.
This is my island in the sun where my people have dwelt since time begun. Though I may sail on many seas, the shores will always be home to me. Oh, island in the sun